Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back. Today I'm playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. We're using paste, a punch, and a stencil. And I also pulled out a few scraps from my scrap bin. So I am throwing this into the Baby Got Scraps. Yeah, I probably cheated a little bit that I did not use, well, I guess I might have done okay because since I'm doing a double page layout, I did only use the two full 12 by 12 pieces of paper, and then the rest of the papers are the scraps. So I guess I technically did follow the rules here. So I've excuse me, I've made this specific layout a few times. That it is a great way to get a lot of pictures onto one single layout. So now that I've got them all trimmed down to size, I'm just marking the top and the bottom so I can figure out where I'm going to use my texture paste on my layout here. So I just want to make sure that it is going around each of the photo areas and using it as more accent pieces here. So you can see I do have one of my stencils sitting there at the top. It is the mini version. It's a Tim Holtz. That one there I showed you was from All in Create. And this rainbow one, I have no clue where it came from. So using the Ranger texture paste here. And so I'm going to do 3 of these rainbows in 3 different places on the layout. Or do I do 2? Just one in each, the lower left corner and the upper right hand corner. And so I do that one, and then I do another one here. Actually, I only do it twice because those were the 2 areas where there was the most room for this larger size stencil here. So get that down there, and then I'm going to pull out the alphabet stencil from Tim Holtz. This is the mini version that comes in a package of 3, so there were 2 other stencils that came in with this one. And so I do start using just these 2 areas, and then for the 3rd stencil I'm bringing in the rainbow, and so I will fill this in a couple different places to just add some texture and some different colors here. So once I get all this down, then I have recently picked up the Lindy Stamp Gang Magicals, and it's actually the color palette that goes with that Katie Petite curated for them and collaborated. So there I'm just showing you my areas of texture paste. So here is the first one, and I was having troubles finding the color, and then there I find it, Wisteria something. And so I try a couple different ways. The first one here, I put water down first and then sprinkled on. And I don't know, it looked kind of splotchy, so then I come in with a paintbrush and try and move it around. I add more water. So then I just kind of leave it splotchy like that, and then I come in with the orange. I actually like how the orange turned out better. The orange and the green were probably my 2 favorite ones. So this one here is, I can't tell you what color that is, and it's all the way downstairs. So if you need to know which one it is, that just leave a comment down below and I can let you know what the color was. So here is the green. I come in with the gold over the rainbows, and then the last color I use is this is actually an older Lindy's Magical in that before they switched to the sprinkle containers, that these were in little pots. So I did just use, as you can see there, a paintbrush, picked up some of the bits of the powder and sprinkled it on over the top of the other two stenciled areas. So I let that dry overnight, and of course my paper was very, very warped because of all the paper. I did not put gesso down. I considered it, but in the end I decided not to, and really the paper held up pretty good. It was from Hip Kit Club and was pretty good quality. However, to kind of stabilize the table more, the page more, I just pulled out these two orange pieces of cardstock that I had several in the same color, trimmed them down by 1/4 of an inch on two sides, and here I'm just using tear tape to adhere the top page to that back piece of cardstock, and it's just there to stabilize the paper more, and that did help significantly. You can tell that it is still warped, but once I get it into an album page protector, it's going to be just fine. So really the only trouble it gave me was obviously when I was trying to photograph the layout, that it does look a little wonky when I did do the full 12 by 24 length of the entire double page layout. So the blue frame around the outside, that I had this one piece of cardstock, and I didn't have two to go ahead and use it as a full mat, so I just trimmed 1/2 inch pieces, and now I'm just adding them around as a border, so it kind of looks like a picture frame, I guess. I did distress one side that I ended up using on the inside space, and so here is where my scraps and my punch are coming into play. You can see I've got my pictures laid out there, and I went through some of the embellishments that I purchased from Hip Kit Club earlier this year, and I just thought these were fun and bright colors that kind of go with the theme of what I'm scrapbooking, which are pictures that we got from my grandson's daycare, and just showing him doing funny, goofy things throughout the day. And so it was also a great way to use some of these, I'm going to call them harder to use type of embellishments, like the giraffe. I honestly, I don't know if they had a giraffe there, but they had several stuffed animals and big things like that at daycare. So to me, it works to use the giraffe on here and just use it as an embellishment to show the playfulness of the things he used to do when he went to daycare. So the giraffe, I did end up putting some dimensional adhesive on his head and neck, and then the rest of them I did put down with liquid adhesive so it would stick over that the mixed media there. Here I pulled out a tag. This was also everything was from Hip Kit Club that I used to embellish. And so since most of that tag was going to be hidden behind the picture, I did cut off the bottom, since it did have a little label on there, and I can use that somewhere else at a later time. So getting all of my pictures down, I didn't make you watch me putting down both sides and all the embellishments, that you can see those in the close-up shots here when we get to the end of the video. And so really the punch I just used as various accent pieces, just to move some of the colors around the page. So I did end up using the orange and put it in 3 different places, but I've only got 2 on there right now. So here, just adding these embellishments here. Some of them are chipboard, some of them are stickers, and some of them are ephemera. So let's see, what else am I doing here? Oh, I did add that little word sticker. You can see the other embellishments I have from the other side. And I think here pretty soon I do realize that I haven't put on that third piece of the orange with the border punch. And let's see, oh, just gluing that chipboard on again, using the liquid adhesive to make sure I have some good adhesion on over the mixed media and texture paste. So I'm trying to decide where I found that little piece and where I was originally intending to put that. And I have no clue if I put it where I originally thought I was going to put it, but it's on there now and it's used. So, and okay, so here is where I'm going to put this third border piece. And that will give me my visual triangle of those 3 border punch pieces. And okay, on this last specific piece, chipboard piece, it's like a slide. And so I did fill in with vellum on the back, and then I'm going to go into the set of flowers and put a flower embellishment over the top of that frame. So there you can see I was digging through some of the ephemera packs and decided to go with the orange flower up in that corner. So that is pretty much going to wrap things up. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave those down below in the comment section. If you are new here, welcome. And if you like what you see, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. And there will be a link below for everybody playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem, as well as Baby Got Scraps down below in the description box. So thank you for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Bye.